Hello to all the traders and investors, and a very warm welcome to your own channel, Trading Guru. Today we are going to go ahead and discuss a point which is really important for everybody. Today we are going to go ahead and talk about something which everybody should learn, and maybe government should think about getting this into a syllabus on the final year of the studies or something like that. But there should be somewhere that people should spread awareness about this. The topic for the day is fundamentals of financial discipline and planning. If you learn these principles or the rules, I'm pretty sure that you will have a better life ahead. So without wasting much of a time, watch the entire video, and here we go. The first rule, the 3% rent rule. A property you owned should generate annual rental yield of at least 3% of the property cost. For example, X has a property of 50 lakhs, then X should also get a rent of 1,50,000 yearly. This is loosely applied thumb rule, and the actual rent yield may vary from location to location, but this can be a reference point for you. Number 2 on the list is the 3x emergency fund rule. You must always own an emergency fund that's at least 3 times of your current monthly income. That's the bare minimum. You can go up to 6 months and keep building if you feel that the need of the same. This is up to you. This fund will keep you financially stable in emergencies such as loss of employment, traveling expenses, or maybe medical emergencies, or maybe repairs or something like that. So it is important that we have at least 3x as an emergency fund. Number 3 on the list is the 8% return on investment rule. Before you make any long-term investment, ask yourself, will it pay me at least 8% return on investment after taxes? If not, reconsider your decision to invest. The benchmark refers to returns from small savings schemes such as PPF, which is currently giving tax-free returns of about 7.9% per annum on investments up to 1.5 lakhs per year. If your investment can't beat PPF, then it may not be worth a while. So do understand, analyze your portfolio, make some diversification, but at the end of the day, you should be confident that you will be getting about 8% returns. Number 4 rule is pay yourself 10% rule. You are in debt to your future self. So make sure you clear this debt on priority each month without fail. Your 60-year-old self depends on you for his income. You should invest at least 10% of your monthly income in long-term investments such as equity, mutual funds, SIPs and PPFs to secure your retirement. Want to retire early? Invest more than 10% per year. So once you start doing that, you can easily have calculators which are available that can tell you how much you have to invest to retire early. Number 5 on the list, and foremost the most important point, the 20x life cover rule. If you are buying life insurance, make sure that your sum assured can take care of your family's income needs for a long term. If you are in 30s, the sum assured should be 20x of your current annual income, or more than that for sure. So if something happens to you, your family can at least keep those funds into fixed deposits that will pay them a minimum of maybe 5%. That comes to about the entire package that you earn. Number 6 on the list is called the 30% credit limit rule. Try to keep credit utilization ratio, that is the percentage of credit limit you are using, to 30% for any month. For example, if your credit card limit is maybe 10 lakhs, then you can only spend 3 lakhs. For instance, your credit card limit is 1 lakh, then you can only spend about 30%. Your CUR is 30%. Try and stay within this limit because this will help you build a better credit score, and in future if you require loans which will be easily available for you. Number 7 on the list is the 30% home buying rule. Anytime you buy property, you are going to pay at least 30% and normally around 40% of the property's cost from your pocket. Banks will typically finance about 80%, while you may need to fork about 30 to 40% more for down payment, cost of stamp duty, registration, furnishing, parkings, etc. So it is important that you understand this rule and keep yourself available and ready to go ahead and get this investment done. Number 8 on the list is the 40% EMI rule. All your EMIs combined should ideally no more be 40% of your take home income. For example, if your take home pay is about 1 lakh, then your combined EMI should ideally be 40,000. While few would stop from going over this limit, you will strain your finances, lower your savings, and run the risk of defaulting on EMIs. So it is always better to keep it max to max 40%. Number 9 and the last rule is called the 50-30-20 rule. This is a ratio which says how much you should spend from your monthly income on fixed expenses such as rent 50%, dictionary expenses such as eating out about 30%, and minimum saving and investment of 20%. This ratio is ideal at the start of your working life. As your income grows, gradually flip your savings from 20% to 30%. As you age and your fixed expenses falls, your saving ratio should move from 30% to 50%, helping you secure your retirement. These are the thumb rules, the most basic guidelines to better manage your money. Depending on your life stage, income, and life priorities, you may fine tune these rules to achieve best results. Thank you so much for watching this lovely video. I'm pretty sure that we were able to go ahead and add value to your life, and you will go ahead and share this with your friends so that they can add value to their life. Do subscribe to our channel if you're new so that you keep on getting updates about financial world. Thank you so much.